This is not a drill. One question. What do you do after your company's market value gains $9 billion in just under a week and you completely smash the mobile game scene? Well, you aim squarely for the plug and play console market. Just announced earlier today, Nintendo has revealed the Nintendo Classic Edition. This is a Nintendo mini system. It's coming November 11th of this year, and the console is expected to cost $59.99, and you can purchase an extra NES mini controller at $9.99. Now, these controllers have an added benefit other than just allowing a second player to play, which I'm sure you're going to want. These controllers can also be plugged in to a Wii and a Wii U, so you can get that more authentic NES experience when you play those virtual console games, and I think that is really cool. Now, the console will also come jam-packed. Now, this is the big seller. The console is going to come jam-packed with 30 classic titles, and I'm going to give you that list. Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, and Super Mario Brothers 3. No brainer. Nintendo is the house that Mario built, especially in this modern era, and it's a no-brainer that they're on a system. I mean, these games are classic, they're great games, and they have to be out at the forefront. I mean, it's not a Nintendo system unless Mario is on it, and this is no different with this mini NES system. Next up is a shocker. When I first read the announcement, I didn't think that, I thought that it was going to be just black box NES games and NES published titles. I didn't think that they would actually go out on a limb and get other developers on this. Goes to show you that Nintendo is getting pretty friendly when it comes to, other developers, especially, with the classic titles going on here. What's this title? It is TECMO Bowl. Yes, TECMO Bowl. That is absolutely crazy. But TECMO Bowl, let's face it, it's a classic for the Nintendo. Oh my God, man. So you can you can rekindle some of those old rivalries. I don't think that they're gonna have a. It's probably gonna lose the NFL license. It'll probably be tweaked and twerked. it'll probably it'll probably be tweaked just a bit. So, and I'm thinking that the characters will be balanced out more. The players are going to be balanced out, so I don't think you're going to have Bo Jackson and getting those 600 yards a game with Bo Jackson. That's not going to happen. Okay, next up, The Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. Come on, right under Mario, Zelda's right there. And it's kind of cool that Zelda is on this system. Normally with these plug and play type consoles, you normally get games that you don't really engage with more than an hour or an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Tecmo Bowl. The Legend of Zelda is definitely not one of those games. You have to sit down with that game for a while and play it, and it's cool that they put that on the system, so it's not just a bunch of arcade type games. You're actually getting adventure type game, and that's cool. And Zelda is definitely, it has to be on this system. The next game is a personal favorite of mine. It's not one of the most complicated games in the world. It's just a fun game. Balloon Fight. Yes, Balloon Fight. I am so delighted that Balloon Fight is on the system. It's more of an obscure game, and, it's just a fun little game to put on this console. Great move by Nintendo. Next up, Bubble Bobble. Yes, Bubble Bobble. Love that game. But I think one of the biggest shockers on this thing is Castlevania and Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. That is straight up like a shocker. That's a shocker, man. They managed to get Konami in on this one. Castlevania is a classic NES game hands down, and I'm glad that they managed to get that on the system. Next up, Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. It's a lock. DK, come on. It was guaranteed to be on the system. Donkey Kong Jr. a little less so, but hey, I'm glad that it's on there. Maybe I can finally get the damn gameplay down. That's right, I'm just going to reveal something right here. I suck at Donkey Kong Jr. I'm the worst at it. Just can't get the timing down. So now's my opportunity. Next up, Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. Yes, Double Dragon 2. I don't think anybody has thought about Double Dragon since Double Dragon Neon, and yeah, Double Dragon Neon. So they're putting Double Dragon 2 The Revenge on here. I didn't see Double Dragon, Double Dragon the first one, but let's kind of take off the rose-tinted nostalgia goggles off for a little bit. The original Double Dragon on NES, while it was, huge at the time, it wasn't that great of a game. Double Dragon 2 The Revenge is definitely a much better game. Great to see Double Dragon getting some representation on the system. Next up, Dr. Mario. I think that's a lock. Excite Bike. Okay, I'm going to take that back. I thought that Castlevania, I'm looking at the list right now. I thought that Castlevania was the big shocker. I don't know. I think the next one might be the biggest shocker. Final Fantasy. Yes, Final Fantasy. Wow. An RPG on this thing. I really haven't seen RPG on the other, plug and play consoles out there. Final Fantasy, that's awesome. Next up, Galaga. Ghosts and Goblins. Yes, Capcom's in on this. GRADIUS, another Konami classic. Ice Climber. Kid Icarus. Kirby's Adventure. Classic. I love that game. Mario Brothers. I like that game. You got the other three Super Mario. You got the three Super Mario Brothers on here. Mario Brothers, why not? Then we have another shocker, Mega Man 2. Yes, Mega Man 2. Konami goes in, especially with that bad taste of Mighty Number 9 on our tongues. It's good to get some kind of Mega Man release. All right, Metroid. I think that was a natch. Come on, Metroid. Yeah. Come on, it was a given. Now, another TECMO classic, Ninja Gaiden. Yes, or Ninja Gaiden, depending how you want to pronounce that. But Ninja Gaiden, wow, that this system is just it looks really good. And now, the final four, Pac-Man, Punch-Out. This is the one featuring Mr. Dream. Sorry, no Mike Tyson. Star Tropics and Super C. Now that is a solid list of 30 games. Now I know we all have our personal favorites, especially knowing that these weren't going to be just Nintendo only games on this system. Especially knowing that, I'm sure we have our personal favorites that we are wondering, like, why the hell is it not on the system? One game to me that's kind of weird that it's not on there is Tetris. Wondering why Tetris isn't on there. There's a handful of other ones. I guess you could make a top 10 video on that one. Maybe I'll do that, of games you wish that would have been on here. But as it stands, those are solid 30 games. I know. If you're used to those plug and play console systems that come out around the holidays, and it's funny, it's coming out in November, so that's what leads me to believe that it's aimed squarely at those plug and play consoles, because those usually show up around November to catch those Black Friday sales and the Christmas sales. So as I was saying, if you're used to those plug and play consoles, you're used to them boasting 80 games. But come on, let's be real. I have one of those Sega Genesis plug and plays, and it boasts 80 games, but to be truthful, only 40 of them are those Sega games. The other 40 are these crappy original, they're like pirate, they're like those multi-cart pirate game type original games, and they usually are like a knockoff of an established game, and they're absolutely horrible. So it's 30 solid games, and I can't complain. Also, HDMI, so you can plug it into the modern TVs. No problems with the graphics. That's awesome. I'm not going to rant anymore about this. Straight up, I think it's a must-buy. I'm definitely going to get it, even though I do the emulation thing. $59.99. Second controller, $9.99. Yeah, awesome buy. So, I'm going to thank everybody for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and share it. By all means, I appreciate that. You all have fun out there chasing Pokemon. You don't have to mention Pokemon Go on this. You all have fun. Be safe chasing Pokemon. And please, be mindful of places. Let's not raid any cemeteries or any memorial museums, as I've been reading. and be safe. Don't get jacked. You have to ask yourself, is Pikachu really worth getting shot in the ass for? I don't think so. I'll catch you on the other side of town, Pikachu. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.